Next, we'll hear from our assistant men's and women's track and field coach, Melissa Norton, as Coach Newsom had a recruiting trip scheduled already today.
Hello, thank you, for having me, and thank you for being here. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our indoor track and field season and our outlook, and what I've also been working with here for the last couple months. The blessings of being also the assistant strength and conditioning coach here at Wartburg College, I've been able to already assess and be with our track and field athletes, and watching how they're succeeding and how they're growing already since the season's begun. From coming from our indoor season, unfortunately we did have some downfalls, but our goals have not changed. Our goals are continuing to stay the same to obviously win the conference championships on the men and women's side, and leading into that national championship where we're bringing home either a top 4 trophy or we're bringing home a national championship. And most of all, if you've already taken a look at what's happened with our distance crew on the cross-country course, coming in first on our men's side since 2005 and our women's coming in second, we are looking very strong and very excited to add them to the roster come January, just to add to that excitement and to that thrill. This year, another goal that we have, obviously we lost a lot of upperclassmen last year, but we brought in about 35 to 40 freshmen on both women and men's side combined. And to see the growth that they have done just here in the last couple of weeks is absolutely phenomenal. Not scared to go out and to put forth an effort to push our upperclassmen to make them better. They understand that practicing with the best will make them even better. And so it's certainly been a journey in the last few weeks, just continuing to build a strong, united family with each other and making sure that we continue to connect, because once we get to that conference championship in February, that's what's going to make the difference between winning that conference championship and coming in second. As long as we continue to fight together as a family, we will continue to strive to be the top Division III conference program. Our indoor season is looking very excited this year. On January 11th, we're hosting our second annual alumni meet here, which we're really excited about. Last year, we had quite a few alums come back and run in that meet, so we're pretty excited to share that with them again this year. We also host 3 other home meets before the conference championship is here the weekend of February 22nd and 23rd, and we are hosting that this year. So we are very excited to have that back here to make sure that we keep those 2 conference championships right here in the hometown. So, and then the following weekend, we host our 3rd annual NCAA qualifying meet. The last 2 years, we have had the most national qualifiers come out of those meets, so we are really excited to host it again this year. Each year, it continues to get bigger and bigger. More and more teams want to be a part of what we have, so that's really exciting. And then we travel out to Boston, Massachusetts, and we compete on the Reggie Lewis athletic facility out there. It'll be our last time we were out there was in 1998 when I was a freshman. So it'll be exciting to go back out to Boston this year. Any questions?
If you could touch a little bit upon the leadership, new group of seniors in, now it's their time. They've been running at a lot of national meets, but what have you seen from them in the early season?
What's really exciting is that the underclassmen, we got a lot of juniors right now that are even stepping into that leadership role, not just seniors. They're excited. They see the abilities that these underclassmen have. And the one thing that I really enjoy about our leaders is that, for instance, we have, like Alex Teeve, Meek Cook, Belle, Karina, we have, Abby DeBali. We have a number of young ladies and men that are only in that junior position and a couple of seniors, but they have already seen the excitement in these underclassmen, and they take them and they partner with them. They show them by example how to be a family member of the Wartburg track and field group. They're not there to just vocalize and tell them what to do. They want to be a part of their growth. A couple weeks ago in our preseason session, like our women our freshmen have to learn that the training is a little bit different once they get to the college level. And so for them, our underclassmen actually partnered up with our upperclassmen so that the upperclassmen could push them and push them at the same time. Instead of just saying, okay, this is what you have to do, they wanted to show them and push them and help them along rather than just tell them what to do. So I certainly enjoy that type of leadership because they're not just expressing their feelings emotionally and through the vocalism, they're actually getting out there and they're doing it. And they're showing them how Wartburg Track and Field has performed and how they have built this tradition.
If you could also touch on kind of your training schedule. I know you have preseason, around this time, but then you're off kind of until January.
It has been, and adding another week into the whole school, starting a little bit earlier, it has been different. And our upperclassmen have really felt that. We started on September 17th with our preseason sessions. Our athletes, they're in the weight room 4 days a week, and then they train condition-wise. They're outside 3 days a week. And so they could tell as fall break got closer, their bodies knew that they had been pushing a little bit longer than normal. So fall break was a nice little break for us. But on Monday, we officially started with our season. We do have 6 weeks now that we can have contact with our athletes prior to January. And so we're actually just utilizing 5 of those weeks. And so this is our first week where Coach Newsom has been with us. And so Monday was his first day with the team. So they got pushed a little bit differently on Monday compared to being with just me. They certainly had a different experience. He kind of brings it to a whole nother excitement level. Unfortunately, I can't always be in all the places, but Coach Newsom seems to be always in that spot. And so to see the kids kind of grip on to him in this last few days, it's exciting, and they're even more excited now because they get a feeling of all the coaches and not just me.